Damn, check this out. Pretty dark in here. Damn. Look at that. Woo. Good morning, fam. What's happening? We're back again. It's super early. I love working at this time. Number one, it's not too hot, and number two, I just got everything to myself in my mind palace. But anyway, so obviously you saw the intro, and this is from the time lapse. These are the things that you're gonna need, and today what we're gonna be doing, I'm sure you guessed it, I'm gonna be showing you how to install those door bowl LED lights from Aoonuauto, who was one of my sponsors. Guys, they make a really good product. They make very good products overall. I've been going on 2 years right now. 2 years with this. Not one issue, as long as you install it right. And use my name WikedWips for a 10% discount on their website. Great products, as I said. And you're gonna see, obviously you saw two different colors. The first one they sent me, those red ones, they were in the testing phase. It was a prototype that did not fit well, so we had to do like some remeasuring, and everything worked out, so they sent me the green ones. So now I have the red and the greens. I'm just gonna show you how to install one of them. Obviously I installed two of them, you know, I joined them together, whatnot, but today we're gonna do one. Now mine is obviously custom made for my car, and these are the things that you're gonna need right here. Obviously I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna test the product to make sure obviously that it works. I always tell you guys that you're gonna need a heat gun. I have two different wire testers right here. You're gonna need a wire tester, taps, a tiny drill bit if you want to be neat, wire cutters. I don't think, oh, and yep, and obviously your drill, and most importantly Phillips head, because we're going to be going into the door today. So all right guys, so I got both of them out of the box right over here. This is the smaller one, this is the larger. And test the smaller one out first. As I told you guys, I always tell you guys, make sure you test out your products first. So I strip back some of the wire, negative to negative, positive. Yep, I'll show you. You'll see it. You'll see the inside because I didn't pull off the tab yet. That's one. Definitely test everything out first, because let me tell you, it's gonna be a pain in the ass if you test that. If you don't test it and you install it, there we go. So it works. So now, guys, these doorbell LED lights, they give you some 3M tape behind it. They also come with some nifty connectors, which I actually cut out because we're not going to be needing that. And oh, I almost forgot, you're gonna need some heat shrink as well. Let's go to the door. All right guys, so onto the door. In order to remove the inside of this panel, I've showed you guys, I'm gonna link the video up top when I did my Subaru Bros sequential LEDs. First thing you do, in here, on these Subaru doors, and in here, just pry this little plastic back. There are Phillips head screws in there. The first thing you do is take those out. Then there are plastic tabs within the limits of the frame that all you do is you squeeze and pull. You squeeze and you'll feel the frame bend, and you pull and you'll start here popping. Now once you pull this apart, to make it easy for you, there are also two Phillips heads screws holding down this portion right here. So if you want to take out the switch, inside there's a door switch. There's actually wires connecting to these switches. They're a pain in the ass to take out. So the easiest way, if you have to take them out, if you feel more comfortable, otherwise what'll be happening is this mechanism here will be holding down the door, and you'll have to tilt it and leave it tilted. So it's up to you what you want to do. You could either take out the whole frame or not. If you're really good at testing, you don't have to take off the whole thing. And guys, obviously when you're messing with electronics, disconnect your negative cable first, negative battery cable, in order to you know, prevent any type of issue. I'm not going to do mine because I'm used to this and I know what I'm doing. So let's go. All right, so you're going to be happy and a little sad. So now guys, obviously, stupid plastic tabs, but what you're going to be happy about is that these switches right here, they can be taken out easily from just by pressing the tabs. I'll show you. So this switch right here, you push the inside of this tab, and this click, and you pull that one out, and then you could pull this one out as well, and you could test the switch on from the outside, meaning you could tell. I'll explain what I mean. Just gotta rotate the door a little bit. So there's switches, I'll show you. On the passenger side, there are little tabs you can press. So right here, this tab you could press right here and it releases it. There are 3 switches on the driver's side, and the middle switch, that switch is the worst. So what I did was I had to loosen up this Phillips right here, this one right here, and press these tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and what happens is it brings this portion up in order to take that middle switch out on the driver's side. But the passenger side, you don't have to do that because it's freaking awesome. Now, as I said, you don't necessarily have to take it out. This is more for comfortability because remember, this thing is being held on over here by these cables. Now you can also take that off as well. You could actually take that off as well and literally take the whole frame out. All right guys, so a little tidbit you want to do when it comes to these sills. If you notice that what I'm doing here is sliding a thin piece of heat shrink. See, they have the wires not coming from the back, they have it coming from the top side. So what I'm going to do is slide this heat shrink, flatten it, slightly insert it in here, and heat that bad boy down. So what it'll do is when you mount this to the front of the inside of your door, people are not going to be seeing a black and white wire. You know what I'm saying? It's just for, like, you know, stealth purposes and just aesthetics, I guess, at this point. You know what I'm saying? And you shrink that bad boy down, do the same thing. Well, I have 2 of them, so I got to do that. Now once I'm done, you're going to see me in a time lapse connecting both of these into one, putting the taps on the end, and then going to the door. All right, so we're back at the door. So now a couple things are gonna happen. See this little tab right here? This tab you can actually pull that out. It's very, very easy to come out. What I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be drilling a tiny, tiny, tiny hole into this tab. And because what I did was I actually took off the 3M tape from behind this. I don't want the 3M tape behind this. What I'm going to be using is Velcro, due to the fact that I don't know when I'm going to be taking out this door again. So if you put, let's say you put this door bowl in here like so, and you put 3M tape, now you stuck it and you're blocking access, and you're going to have to rip the whole thing out the hard way. So instead I took out the 3M tape. I'm going to be putting Velcro behind here so I can stick it on, and the one that goes in here, you don't have to worry about anything in here. I'm saying the one that goes in here, I'm gonna wipe this down and use the 3M tape for this one, because I don't need to worry about that. You know what I mean? I don't need to worry about this tab, because the store ball is gonna be tapped right here. You get what I'm saying? All right, so you guys saw from the time lapse, I put a 5/64 bit in, put a tiny hole in here, ran the heat shrink through this piece that clips into this hole. I stuck the Velcro already, and I passed the wire through that secondary hole in there, not the one that the screw, that Phillips head screw goes into. Now on the other side, I did eliminate the screw because the door is held on pretty tight by this one screw over here and all the pop clips. That's up to you if you want to do that. You don't have to. I did, just for easy access, because I'm always tinkering with this car. You know what I'm saying? So now it'll work like this. You slide the wire through. Pull it through to the other side. The clip pops in there. Hold on. So now, we put that bad boy in there with the tape. So that's how it looks. And obviously I got to pull this piece off, this white piece. But that's in a nutshell how it looks. And then you could pull from the back just to tighten it up. Just tighten up the fitment and you're straight. And that's it. Okay, so I went over this many times in many different videos. Make sure your test light works. Make sure your test light works. Hook it up to the negative terminal, tap the positive, you guys see it works. So this is my wireless tester right here. Now, if you want to check what a good ground is, you take your tester, put the alligator clip on the positive portion of the terminal, and start tapping. See that? See this bolt right here? That's a good ground. You get what I'm saying? Because now we're doing it in reverse. So now I could actually clip this on the other side of the shock tower and test my wires. See what I'm saying? So now we know here's a good ground. Check this out. Look at this. Not good. Let's see this one. Oop, that's a good ground. That's a good ground. See what I'm saying? So certain things look like metal, feel like metal, but they're not good grounds. Take that into consideration. See that? Not good. Good ground right here. All right guys, so in the interest of making this a very, very, very simple video, initially I had wired this up to my automatic like parking lights and running lights on the other side, and in that same train of thought I was going to do the same thing, but I want this to be as simple as possible for you guys so you don't have to go through all the hoops that I need to go through. So I'm going to just cut right to it. So the first thing you do is you have your big harness right here. Obviously on this side there's less harnesses than the driver's side, so you take out the main harness with all these wires, and you don't have to poke the wires or anything like that. All you need to do is touch the metal parts on here. So you start from one end. This first one is a black wire, so that's not going to light up. The second port, you touch that, boom.
that lights up. So that's telling you the car's off right now. Is telling you that has constant power. You don't want that one. Touch everything else, go down the line. Tester's not lighting up. 1, 1, 1. So the second slot, this lights up, it has constant power. You do not want that one. So now what we do is we turn the ignition on. So how you're gonna wire this up is as soon as you turn the ignition on, the lights are gonna light up, and it's just gonna work as ambient lighting, just same way I did it in Bruce. You get what I'm saying? I'm just going a little crazy in this car doing it with my eagle eyes, but you're not gonna follow that. You get what I'm saying? So you're gonna follow exactly what I'm about to show you right now, and I'm about to turn the ignition on. So with the ignition on, you're not gonna touch the first two. You're gonna start off with the third one right here. As soon as we touch that, bam, lights up. Touch the rest, nothing, 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 nothing. So we go back to the third hole right here, touch it, it's lighting up. What does that mean? That is this green wire with a black stripe. So the Subi fam, green wire with the black stripe, this is the wire you want to tap into right here. So the positive portion is going to tap into this, and that will be it. I'm going to open up the other side. I'm going to test it and let you know about the color for the driver's side as well. You get what I'm saying? So again, green wire with the black stripe, that is the one that has power when the ignition is on. As I said, the switch for this car, the ambient lighting does not light up with any of your parking lights or anything like that. It actually lights up only when the ignition is on. All right guys, so I got my taps right here. I got the I tapped into the green wire with the black stripe into the ground, and we are straight. Let's test this bad boy out. I'm gonna turn the ignition on. Turn the ignition on real quick. And there we go. Perfect. And that is the light that actually turns on the ambient lighting in that switch. So once the ignition turns on, you're straight. You can leave it like that. That's really it. I'm gonna open up the other side and let you know the color of the wire. All right guys, so once the door is back in place, all I'm gonna be putting back is this one screw in here. I'm gonna delete the screw from here. I already have a hole, plus nobody sits in here or yanks on my door or anything like that. But this screw would be sufficient because it's literally holding the door to the frame. So that's all I'm gonna be doing. I'll just keep the extra screw, as you see right here, drilled a nice, beautiful little hole. This has Velcro in it. This is stuck here permanently. I'm just showing you two, but obviously you're just gonna be dealing with one. So I'm just gonna put this screw back and we're gonna go to the other side. Oh, by the way guys, I found a really easy way to not have all this sticky shit get on you. This is what you do. Just go like this, pop, pop, and just take this stuff out, and you're straight. And now you're free. You'll be able to, now this harness right here, it can give some problems to come out. So, because the tab is all the way behind. So, as I said, we really don't need to worry about that too much, because you can just flip this. I'll show you. Some screws in here. Let's get rid of these. Just flip this bad boy. Like so. And now we can do our testing right here. Right here. So now let's start testing away. Hopefully you can see me. All right guys, so the best thing is to do is now turn the ignition on. Now I noticed that there is a green wire with a black stripe just like the passenger side. So I'm gonna check that real quick while the ignition is off. Nothing. Turn the ignition on real quick. Ignition is on. Bam. So guess what? Same wire on both sides. Green wire with a black stripe. That is the wire that you are gonna need to turn it on with the ignition. As I said, I had done something more intricate where you see me tapped in over here. that yellow wire with a black stripe, that is for my auto lights. So I'm gonna move these taps over here so at least you guys can see when the video is complete, and I'll show you. All right guys, so I'm just hanging the door there for now. I'm gonna turn the ignition on real quick so you can see. Bam. Works perfectly. Other side works in sync. And that's it, guys. So I'm about to button this bad boy up. I'll pull it back into the garage, show you how it looks. And like, it's bright during the day right now, so imagine at night. It'll be freaking beautiful. Definitely like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys soon. Give me 1 sec. All right, guys. So I'm back. We're in the dark. Well, sort of. Turn the ignition on. That's what I'm talking about right there. Beautiful. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. So I just wanted to show you this. Once I'm done here, I'll go back, hook this up to my ambient lighting, where as soon as it gets dark, it'll pop on. In the daylight, it'll be off. But this is just to show you guys what is going on. So it's a very, very easy setup. Once you test for the STIs, I'm pretty sure for most of them it'll probably be that green wire with the black stripe. But as I said, make sure you're doing your due diligence and test the wires properly. Obviously, see right here, just want to show you. Notice that auto switch for the window is off. It only works when the ignition is on. So that's the wire directly connected with these doorbell lights. You get what I'm saying? Does not work. Like if you turn the regular lights on, does not work. It does not work. Get what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it, guys. As I said, like, subscribe, definitely comment, and check out Aoonuauto. They make really, really good stuff. I have so much stuff from them for my truck, for this car. These door sills are dope. It's a showstopper. Literally anywhere you go, custom door sills, showstopper. Definitely use my name. They give you 10% off on their site. And I will see you guys soon. Yes, it's freaking hot.